The cities in the West are increasingly becoming a playground for the rich. They exist in an illusion of decadence, maintained by hundreds of thousands of hours of human labor. A system that is now hanging by a thread as more and more of us grow tired of maintaining its greedy and corrupt nature.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I don't think that's a decision you can make.
The wealthy are importing their workers now, as they can see that the slaves from their homeland are shedding the illusion of the grind in favor of simplicity. And it might work for them. The immigrants to our land seem to want to climb the ladder still. So the rich may continue to maintain their sense of superiority for a little while longer, even though, in reality, it has become like a dual-class system like you see in Dubai. Still imported workers on dog-shit wages, just with slightly nicer scenery.
The conditions they find themselves in are very close to slavery. It's certainly indentured servitude. They can't leave a company and work for another company. They can't leave the country because of the debt that they find themselves in.
If you're of the working class here, there's no longer any reason to stick around. The niceties that kept lower income people in the cities aren't affordable any longer, and perhaps they never were. But at least a decade ago, working folks would blow their payday checks at the club. Now people my age don't even bother. We're living in boxes, unable to even afford the coping mechanisms that made it bearable in the first place. Like cells in a battery, we work tirelessly to make sure we always have our little box to return to at the end of the day, completely detached from the realities of modern life. I struggle to even comprehend the damage this has done to our spirit, but we collectively go along with it because it seems there's no other path forward.
Nowhere to run, dummy!
Everyone is in such a blind daze that they can't even sit with themselves and work it out in their own minds. Instead of trying to find another way, we drink, smoke, or doom scroll social media to fill the void left by the lack of purpose in our lives and our work. These coping mechanisms destroy our will to change while simultaneously being the reason we're still okay to live like this.
Can you give me a drink?
During the day, we work tirelessly to help our corporate overlords extract as much money as possible. And then when we get home, we use our tiny allotment of the profits to attempt to numb and enjoy ourselves until the next shift. Even if you do manage to kick your cope impulses enough to sit back and observe it all, it'll likely take years before the thoughts in your mind amount to anything other than chronic depression. It doesn't help that while you're observing the rat race, you also have to take part in it to survive yourself. This depression feeling is your body's way of showing you how bad it really is. Even though you're internally rebellious, you continuously hypocritically stray away from what's in your heart, as it feels like there's no other way out. You just have to go along to get along. It is what it is. Of course, this system wants you to feel that way. It wants you to believe you're stuck, working in your little box forever. This is a reality we've all accepted on false pretense. And we have both the individual and collective power to change it. We always have.
We need to stick together.
The skills that are truly valuable are the ones that we would still need if money was of no value. Things like water treatment, or building trades like carpentry, plumbing, welding, or ironwork. You still need efficient energy and healthcare, and then, of course, places to learn all of these skills. If these skills and systems became publicly accessible and universal, we would have no need for this corrupt money system.
Fuck you, and fuck your dirty money!
In my opinion, getting these correct systems in place should be the one and only priority for all of humanity until each and every person has access to safe food, water, and shelter. And the fact that this isn't our collective goal is truly sick. Instead of this focus, we spend all of our time trying to find a way to work in the right field for the right company, to grow a fat retirement account so we can eventually move to the Bahamas and forget all about the struggles of life. All of this instead of living the right life just from the start. Maybe you get to enjoy it when you're 60 or 70 or even 80. I don't know how long the retirement age will get pushed back before I'm able to.
Unfortunately, most Americans will never be able to retire.
We didn't choose to be born here. We didn't choose to be ushered through a corrupt education system either. But now we have the choice to recognize this system for what it is. If we reallocated all of the human energy from profit generation to sustainable universal systems, the work week would fly by, and each second spent working would be purposeful, would make a difference. The human soul in this system would remain intact, and there would be so much free time to explore, arts, humanities, and niche further education. We need time for the pursuits of passion that we once thought we would have the time and energy for when we were kids. We need time and space for connection. And it could all be so much easier. For now, all I can think to do is talk about this, so that the conversation grows so large that it is impossible to ignore. And of course, the wealthy will object and will likely try to suppress this opinion in this rebellion, but I literally cannot stand to imagine a world where we didn't try. I know it's hard to find the time or energy while slaving to make rent, but if you can begin to learn even one of these necessary skills, we'll be that much closer to a world that makes sense. So please talk to your friends about this, and let me know in the comments if you have anything more to add. And of course, if you think I'm just young and naive and have this all wrong, you can feel free to chastise me there too. Thank you, and good luck.